Okay, I got the mix right. I can't hear myself. Excuse me. Okay, that's too loud. Let's put that right down in the mix, and we'll bring the desktop audio up. Sort of around there. I still can't hear myself very well. Let's just go this way. You hear me, of course you can, but I've got anyway, don't worry about it. My mixing system. Okie dokie. Oh wait, I forgot to do my posts. Goodness me. Well, we can do them live. We'll do it live. Hello. How you doing, Goose Fat? Something about a phone number? Enter the phone number with country code plus blah 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 blah. I don't know what you're talking about. Okie dokie. Where's my notepad? We be streaming, boys and girls. Okay, I don't like that genderedness. We be streaming tonight, making our zombie game. Zombie wave shooter. That works. I'm not much of a writer, if you guys have not realized that already. Alright, let's get that out onto socials and get started. My channel. I have to put it in the Discord as well. Otherwise, how would they know Discord's not open? Oh my god. It's a nightmare. It's probably going to have to update or something. Community. Last time I forgot to include the full link to my channel. It was such an embarrassment. I deleted them all. Let's get an X because you never know. With hashtag Godot. We post that. We go back to Discord and we will post it there too in the general at everybody. Oh, I forgot the everybody. Everyone. Awesome. Okay, I think that's all I have to do. How's it going, Slacks? Okay. We're in. I gotta go to the stream manager for Twitch. Create a dashboard. Manage stream. Awesome. Okay, here we are. Anyway. Okay. Awesome. Alright, let's get started. So, while I was off stream, I went ahead and fixed up all the zombie sheets because they were not set up for Godot, which is fine. You got to expect that. So now I have the ability, we can go ahead and we can finish off making the enemies. We've got 2 here. This guy, he bites us, and the other one throws knives. And we also need to create a dynamic spawning system. Whoa. Let's turn off the debug with collision shapes. Okay, so we've got our weapons. We need to work on our weapon damage. We've got our zombies. They spawn, but we don't spawn different zombies. We just spawn the one zombie at the moment, which is kind of an issue because, well, these guys still don't do damage to us. I guess I'm too far away. Oh yeah, they just walk into the bite and instantly die. Okay, so we've got some issues. Query failed. If navigation. Okay, well, we won't worry about that too much. So we've got to work out some kinks. We've got to create some enemies. I'm going to probably start with that because I want to work on how I'm going to spawn all these different enemies and when to spawn them, and we've got 2 bosses that we need to work in, so there's an entire system around how many waves we need to do and how many bosses we need to make. We've got to polish up the damage system. We need to add sound. There's a lot of stuff we need to do because we don't have much time left. We've got 8 days, 11 hours, and if I'm just doing this on stream, I'm only doing it 4 days a week. So realistically, when's this due? July 1st. Ooh. That is literally next week. So I've got like today, tomorrow, Monday, Wednesday, and then Saturday again. So I don't have a lot of time. Maybe I can stream some more on Tuesday and Sunday. Did I make the pixel art myself? No, dirtiest dev. This is for a jam called the Zombeez Game Jam by Fan Studio. And it's basically like they're going to give you the asset pack, you need to make the game. So, you know, that's what we're going to do. So we've got a lot here. Even though this is a 2D side scroller, I've sort of gone ahead and decided to make this 3D. So it's just all sprite 3Ds, and it's fine, that works, you know? Okay, Goosefat, my Python made map to location, but I put it in the C and not in AU. Well, maybe you should not put it in the C and try to aim for land next time. I'm joking, of course, I know what you actually mean. Okay, so let's create some enemies. I'm gonna just duplicate this scene, save scene as. And we'll just go to enemy 3. And this one, well, I call that one bite, but like realistically, I'm just going to name them the same as the sprite maps, sprite tile maps. And we can go to Zombie 3 attack. I think it's in walk actually. Zombie walk PNG. Zombie 3 PNG I think is the one. So just drag this bad boy in. And he's an ugly dude, hey. So we will need to increase the H frames to 5, I guess. Is there a way to actually like view this on a higher level? I guess I gotta open it up, eh? Because I can't remember. I made these this morning. I don't know what time of day it was. At some point today. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 actually. And obviously not that many H frames, it's only 5. So reduce that by 1. And now, hey, it looks pretty good. That's not bad. So now we can sort of get with it. We'll jump. I mean, these... I think, hang on, let me just have a look. They have variable frames. Okay, so it's still 4 frames for the walk. So we're pretty good there. The attacks have like longer frames. So if I just play this, yeah, that like, it just works, which is good. And then the shoot, well, we'll need to change that because we got some blank frames and stuff. So let's have a look. We're on frame 4, which is a blank frame, frame 5, which is a blank frame, and frame 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then nothing. And then we come back in here, and this is... Oh, he's eating! Gross. So it starts on frame 6. That's so disgusting, but like awesome. Okay. And then we just like key in each and every single one of these frames. I don't know where it ends. I think there'll be a blank space afterwards. This one's going to be a little bit longer, eh? So what's that? Frame 15. Go to 16. And then it's a blank frame. Okay, so that works. I guess he's like doing a lot of damage all the time. So maybe we can do something so that when he like reaches, that's when you take damage. And we'll make it like multiple instances of damage, but like it's a lower amount. Look at him go. He's like, nom, nom, nom. Tasty human flesh. Okay. I'll duplicate the key. Actually, that's the wrong frame. It's when he opens his arm, right? That's when I'm doing the damage. Because that's when he grabs you. That's... Oh, he goes straight from that. Wait, what? Open, mouth, open, duplicate key, open, and but he starts again. So it's like 3. I don't know, maybe that's not the best idea, but we'll roll with it. And then his damage will be really low. or make it like 1 or something like that. He's a very weak zombie. So I'll do 3. Actually, what's it? You have 100 health, so there's basically nothing. That's too weak maybe. Do 6. I make it 3 and it's almost 10. And because he shares a lot of similarities with the other zombie, we could probably keep this the same because this is just an area 3D that like shows up. I need to work on that. I think I forgot a little bit of... So what do I do? Hang on a second. Because damage detection, it just detects and does damage. How's game going? Game's going all right. I've got some ideas. I'm actually really liking this game as an idea, as a concept. I'd really like to build it out as a bit more in depth. We'll see if we have time. We might not. We might just have to like keep making it afterwards because I think it's a fun idea. Okay, obviously with a different art pack. Okay, so enemy 3. Let me see it. Okay, so it's really basic at the moment. There's not a lot going on. It's literally zombie wave shooter. So we just have guns. Zombies come and he does a lot of damage. So I'll let him hit me. Yeah, see, it's like 50% of my damage, but we can kill him. And the wave ends in 10 seconds. Oh, there's one behind me. I need to up the damage. I need to like do a lot to make this actually fun. And what I want to do is sort of like the weapons and the ammo, I want them to come out of the zombies so that as you're killing them, you're getting ammo and you're getting health and stuff like that. Okay, so wave 1 is done and we should start to see more zombies spawn. I'm going to need more ammo, so I'll go back and grab that. I don't want that weapon. Okay, one came down from the roof. I need to work on the spawn system as well. And obviously the bullet trails that's leaving behind. Okay. I'm out of ammo. Fuck. This weapon doesn't do enough damage. So it's going to be essentially just like resource survival. Shit. There's so many now. And I've like wasted all my ammo. But these guys are easy because they're melee, so I can just keep walking backwards. But you get the point. Oh shit. Yeah, I got blocked in. There's one behind me. And now they're just eating me. So, hopefully we'll be able to flesh this out to make it an actual fun game to play. But we've got a lot of work to do from here. Now, I'm a bit dubious about these bite zones and whether or not they disappear. I'm actually a little suspect that they don't. So when the area enters us, we just do on body entered and we pass on that information to the player. So I'm kind of curious with the enemy, what happens. So I don't think it gets deleted. That's what I'm thinking. So with the physical, with the knives, they do destroy themselves, but these I don't think do. So what I need to do is, first of all, once this is spawned, it's fine, it can delete itself, we don't need this, but it spawns the actual damage object, which is just an area 3D, and it passes on that damage so that if the player is within that, it takes damage. So I think I need to actually connect the signal area entered to this, because I don't want them talking to each other. So it needs to be handled on this side. And just go queue free. And I'm just gonna do a little printout here to make sure. Deleted. And in the world, enemy zombie bite. I want enemy 2. I want to down his damage a bit. He's doing too much to me. 10's fine. I don't have anything set up, Goosefat. I'm kind of a bit of a noob. I've got to do some work, actually, now that you mention it. Here, I can send you the link. If I go to edit, monetization, maybe I do have something. I don't even know, eh? Support, join the Discord. Here we go. There you go. Now you can spam in my Discord. Okay. Alrighty. So, I want to know if these guys actually get deleted, down their damage, so I won't die straight away. Where are ya? Come here. It's not deleting itself, so I feel like I could just walk through that again and take damage. I don't know. I can't see it, so it's kind of hard. I have to turn on the debug, but it makes things really difficult. Visible collision shapes. Might need to turn off the sub viewport container. Make it high res so that it's a little bit easier to see everything. Oh yeah, see, it's still on him, so I could just take damage if I go near him. Okay, we can fix that by its own. I think because it just masks on the player, this is going to be a masking issue. It's on both, so if now it should work. Realistically, nope. It does say deleted though. It took 3 before it actually deleted. Okay, that time it worked. I have issues though, because even if it doesn't actually get hit, if the player doesn't get hit by the attack, it's not going to delete itself. So that's not actually going to work. I did all that. Well, I didn't do much, but what I need to do is actually just say on ready, and just delete it after like 1 second, maybe even less. Get just await. Get tree dot create timer. We'll make it half a second. Dot timeout, and then queue free. Delete this because we don't want to try and delete it. When this timer times out, it's going to run, and that'll cause problems, I think. But now, attack me. Do it. There you go. It's gone. You can take multiple hits. Yeah, you take like a lot of damage. It's kind of cool though. Like if you move away faster, you take less damage. I can make it short. Where are you? Oh, you're stuck. That's still like a fair bit. I find it interesting. They don't attack it again. If you get hit, you have to like start moving and they'll start chasing you. He can't hit me from this distance either. I have to get closer. Whoa. Promote yourself. The COD. I don't know what you're saying, Goose Fat. COD in... Okay, oh, you're posting in the Discord. I mean, I don't know if I trust you, bro. Just saying. Help map, no work. This is the Python code that you were talking about? I don't really write Python that much. You were posting all that like tall text the other day. You were freaking me out. Put it in a paste bin or something. I'll look at it then. But like, yeah, I'm not even a professional computer programmer guy. I'm a CPA. So like, I mean, I know how Python works, right? I could write a function in Python, but like, I'm not that smart. I'd have to like research. Anyway. Okay, actually, you know what I need to do? Rather than doing this, just get overlapping areas. If get overlapping areas is greater than 0, then print delete. Yeah, but goosefat, like I don't know. Maybe I'll look at it later. Hey, 97 Twitch scammy. I hate those guys. Just like insta ban them. Don't know. Invalid operator into. Oh yeah, okay. I have to go dot size. Okay. Dot size is rip and tear until it's done. I think probably the best thing is to do is just delete it instantly. At the end of the day. Doom quote. Okay. Having a little back and forth on this. Or is it because it's an area, it's way easier if the player deletes it. I'm just gonna have to give up and say if it's an area, area.keyFree, because free. Is that how you spell it? Yeah, that looks right. I feel like that's just going to work better. And then maybe we'll put a timer on it as well, so that it... Damage object. What? Enemy attack. Because it gets instantly deleted. How's my progress? Yahi guy? We're doing okay. I'm grappling with areas at the moment. They're not quite working how I want them to. I've never used... this might be the first time I've used area 3Ds for a damage object. I almost always use rigid bodies, hit scans, collision shapes. And I was originally trying to use a collision shape with this, but then I decided to use area and I'm kind of regretting it. Because I couldn't detect it with the area 3D, but maybe I'm wrong about that. Finished your enemy types and you're currently working on the first level? Nice work. I feel like you're a bit ahead of me. Damage object.damage doesn't work because okay. How does that not work? It should not have detected the other thing, like it. It's an orphan node. It's already been deleted. It's just been instantiated. But it hasn't been added to the scene tree yet, so how did it get deleted already? It makes no sense. Okay, so I'm not liking that then. So if you just have Like, just random question. If you just have a shape cast, does that get detected by an area 3D or no? So if I just drop a random shape cast into the world, make it a circle, where is it? And we just bring that over near the player so I can test it. And then on the player character, I'm guessing they don't get detected by areas. Because it's area or a body, it's not anything else. Like, it's not detecting, like, area shape entered. I don't know, probably not. Collision object, input. Never knew there was a shapecast node. It's very handy. I use it all the time. I'm guessing it's not going to get detected by this. I'm just hoping that I'm somehow wrong. Where is it? It's right there. Nah, it doesn't get detected. Oh, it's not even on the same layer though, so probably have to do that first before I even consider 15 collision mask. Nah. I'm sure the shapecast could detect it, collide with areas. Yeah, it's detecting it, but not the other way around. But, I mean, we could still make it work though, because if we put the responsibility back into the byte zone, so if we change this to, I think this will work better, to be honest, because the area is kind of just, it's ticking me off. So it collides with areas, and it's on layer 15. So let's change the shape of it to be a square, and instead of that, it's like -1 on the Z, right? Forward is negative. Yeah. No, it has to be the other way around. So it's like over here, maybe a little bit less. And now we give this a script and we load it. Byte zone. Because I deleted everything off it. Nice. Extends shapecast. Shapecast 3D. And then it has a damage variable. Maybe that's why it was bugging out before, because that's probably what it was. I deleted the script and it needs the script to work. That's exactly why it was having issues. Now I know. Oh well, this will work too, and probably better than the other thing before. It starts off as 0. And what it will do... Hey Cassie, how are ya? How's it going? In the ready function, we are going to force cast update, and then we are going to get, what's the function? Get colliding. Oh no, I'm defining a variable, so T for target, get collider collision count. Get collision point. Why did I switch to Windows, Mirafano? I was having some trouble with Linux. It was crashing a lot. And I think it had to do with my video card mixed with streaming, capturing audio, and doing Godot at the same time. Something about that was just not mixing. I wanted to repair my Windows. I've always dual booted, and I wanted to repair my Windows drive because it had broken, and it was just a good excuse to do that. And yeah, so now when I'm streaming, I'll probably be on Windows. I'm looking at Pop OS, but I'm having a bit of trouble installing plugins and on OBS. It wasn't so bad on Arch because you could just use the AUR. But with the Flatpak, it's a little bit more complicated. I haven't quite figured that out yet. I probably need to watch a video or something. But yeah, I still use Linux. I just don't use it when I stream. Okay. So we want to get... Boop, boop, boop. Get collision. Get collider. And it's just going to be the first one. Well... Imposter. I think you just use the tool. Like, honestly, for streaming, Windows is actually pretty stable. It's very good at that. Like, there's literally no issues with it. I had a little bit of a kink with video encoding, but I switched encoders and it's fine. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I haven't done anything else with it. So like, you know. It is, when it comes to video card stuff, I don't know. Linux has always been kind of a bit of a annoying one. I also think AMD, like, just not that good for streaming, video encoding, all that kind of stuff. It's just not. And I've had AMD for a long time because obviously I've been using Linux and it's just a lot easier to get up and running for everything else. But it's really not that great when it comes to video stuff, at least in my experience. I've bricked so many Linux systems trying to get the proprietary drivers working. Okay, get collider. If flat packs can be tricky. Yeah, flat packs kind of like, I wanted to install, like, I've got a plugin for, I've got a MIDI controller that I used to use to make music, but it's really good for switching or like controlling the volumes and stuff. Like if I wanted to switch off my mic, I can do that very quickly. And so it's a really good plugin for me to have. I know you can. I think you have to unpack the plugin and then kind of like a Stream Deck. Yeah, it's like a very janky Stream Deck because they just have like pads and you can just hit the pads and it's got a bunch of knobs on it that you control with the volume. And there's a really good plugin for OBS called, give me a second, OBS MIDI MG. And it basically will turn any MIDI controller that you have into a Stream Deck. And so Stream Decks are really expensive. Like, how much are they going for these days? Stream Deck. $200. I mean, to be honest, this probably costs $200. Novation Mini. It's a launch key MIDI. Yeah, so it's like pretty comparable in price. But if you happen to have one of these laying around, you just saved yourself some money. I guess you can buy them used for like $10. See, I don't use the keyboard part though. I just use the pads on top. And so like, it works great for that. It's obviously got more keys. If you wanted to get this one, it's crazy. You can buy a Raspberry Pi picker and a couple of buttons. Yeah, the same kind of principle. I think, you know, like if you can find something laying around that you've already got, or like you want to do it yourself, like it's buttons, man. I mean, just even a numpad. Just buy another numpad, right? I guess it doesn't have knobs though. Does the Stream Deck have knobs? No, it doesn't. But knobs are nice. I guess the more expensive one does. Oh well. I won't ever need one. T dot. So now we've got access to the area. We can say damage detection, do damage, and then pass in the damage. Freedom Forget Studios, thank you so much for the follow. Okay, so T dot do damage. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm assuming there's only one area on that layer, so it's going to collide with that. So I definitely don't have any worries about it not working. Yeah, okay, I'm taking damage. Yep. We just got to delete it after that then. key free. Okay, so that might solve our multiple. Oh, he's right behind me. It's still multiple bits of damage. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Enemy number 2. Animation. Shoot. I knew something was up. Did I add this to the wrong one, or is it just that I never made it unique? And that somehow just worked for him too. You know, I'm not really even that mad, but because I kind of like the effect, to be honest. I just wish I had known that was the reason why I was experiencing multiple damage instances. But that means, you know what that means? Probably the enemy with the knife as well. I need to like make them. It's just plain enemy. No, he's just got 1, so I didn't stuff it up with him. But the frames are all wrong. So like, there's something going on here that I need to like make the animation player unique. What's going on? Animation players are resources, so you have to be careful if you have like different like not too sure. What do I have to worry about here? Animation player, current animation. You can't even make it unique. I guess you can manage animations. We have reset and shoot. And I'm kind of curious, like if I add an animation to this, and then I go over to enemy 2, it doesn't show up. Okay, so that's good. But enemy 3, what happens if I add one to this? I can't add a new animation, why not? Huh. Concerning. But I can to this guy. I reckon if I do this, these are somehow linked. Yeah, it's going to show up here. So this is a problem because it means that it's like I can't edit them separately. Try saving the animation as a .res, yeah. I think maybe the last time I did this, I just deleted the animation player and re-added it. And it's really not that much extra work because I could save them as .reses, but then I'm still worried. So if I can't even save it. Right. What's going on? Because it's not like the owner of the animation player anymore. I'm just going to delete it. It's so annoying. Walk. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Frame 0. 1, 2, 3. Fix this up. Loop that. Okay, and then there was a bite. Shoot animation, I think it needs to be called. New to that. Excuse me. New to Godot, but what I've been doing in my project is an animation tree state machine to handle all the animations. Not sure if that would work in my situation. Animation trees are really good, and they can help you a lot. In this case, it's because the resources are shared. Eric on YouTube suggested that I should save them as a .res, and that would work too, so that was correct. So the challenge is that they're like, I can't make each animation on each enemy unique. I need to like create a separate animation resource file, for each of the animations, for each of the enemies and stuff like that. And if I wanted more complicated states, then yeah, I would use a state machine for sure. But they only have 2 animations. They'll have 3 at best. I think they've got like an attack, they've got a walk, and they've got a die. And some of them have crawl, but I don't know if I'll use that. Maybe if I get time. Okay, so let's quickly add this next animation. So I think I'll go for 4. And then we go 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know why he switches to the other side. It's kind of funny. He does like a little... I might have to fix that in A-Sprite. Anyway, so then what we want to do is add a track for a core method tag. Turn down the music. I will do. No worries. Thank you for letting me know. So we just put the damage, the shoot function there. I don't really like this animation much. Let's just go from that before he like cuts out to the side. And just have those 2. So 0.6. We can make a 0.1. We can just space these out a bit more. Not enough space. It's the 1.1. Yeah, that's good. Okay, and I'll move this bit further back in the animation player. Okay, so now enemy 3 has his own animations, so he can shoot 3 times when he like eats the flesh. And then we've got enemy 2 and enemy. Okay, great. We're rolling now. We're rolling. Okay, enemy 3, you're absolutely fine the way you are. You don't need to change. What we do need to do though is I'm slouching in my chair. I keep falling down. Maybe I need to come up a bit. That's a bit better. Sorry about that. I knocked the microphone cable. Okay, so great. Enemy 3. Let's get enemy 4 in because that's the 4 basic enemies. Scene, save scene as. Enemy number 4. Save scene as 4. I'm just going to delete this so we don't have any issues like we did before. The Sprite 3D. YouTube can do arson. Goosefat, you're a troublemaker. Zombie 1, Zombie 2. I don't know which zombies are which. So we just put in Zombie 3. What is Zombie... Zombie 1. What is Zombie 2? Oh yeah, Zombie 2 is the one I want. He's like a dude in a suit. This is me in 20 years. Zombie 2. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely me in 20 years. I guess this is like the same frames, eh? Because that worked out pretty good. Zombie 2, walk. Zombie 2. 1, it's 6 across and 5 down, yeah, which I think is the same as the other one. Yep. Okay, easy. Let's add an animation player. They have to be named the same. So that's the other thing I need to remember, because the script is expecting it to be walk with a lowercase, so that's wrong. So let's rename that. Animations are tricky because they're all in string. So you have to be careful and shoot with the lowercase. I'm going to double check that on Zombie 2. Shoot with that uppercase. See how I stuffed it up. Spelling is like the one thing. You're just going to like run into troubles there. Okay, that should work. You can do a quick test. Because Zombie 2 is this one here. Hey, mate. They don't do a lot of damage. I can just let them eat me. They're also like kind of far away, so I don't actually think they hit 100% of the time. Like I think it's just this guy that's hitting me. And I'm not, oh man, I'm blocked in. That's another curiosity. If I get too close to them, I don't hit them. So from like a perspective issue, I think the weapon's actually through the zombie, which is pretty interesting. Okay, enough playing around. So we've got a couple of bugs to iron out. Let's get enemy number 4 in, and then we can worry about behavior. I got the hitbox working. Yeah, I switched it around with a collision shape. So instead of using an area 3D, it's just a collision shape. It gets the collider, the very first one that it's interacting with. There's only gonna be one, and then it'll do damage to that. It'll actually call it on this. I don't like this, but it works. So whatever, we'll move on. It's not a complicated game, so I'm not gonna spend. I would want to come up with something better in the future, but for now that works. A zombie butt, enemy 2, enemy 4. Wait, what? Animation, walk. Okay, so sprite 3D2. We got that. We go create. It goes up 1, and then we go 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Make this 0.8. 0.4, 0.2. Looping. Easy. Okay, so now we will need to get, we need to do the shoot animation. Shoot. Okay, what is this guy? They've got like some pretty impressive animations for shoot. So what does this guy do? He's sort of like, he's also a melee strike. So there's like, we've got 3 ones that do like scratchy, and then 1 that does throwing. So I guess we have an okay variety there. I swear there was one that was like puking. I'll have to have a look. So maybe we can have even more variety. Okay, so the shoot animation, it's going to be this frame is the starting frame. Create. Okay. I guess it's 0.9 seconds long. And then add a whole 3D to that. Insert key, shoot. And we'll do the same thing. We'll have it do multiple strikes, and we'll just reduce the damage. So that he's always doing damage to you. 3 damage is fine. Zombie bite, this guy here that does one hit, he needs to do more damage because 3 is not enough. So 10's a good number. And zombie, the original enemy, seems like it works. That's all I'll say about it. Okay, so the animations here is messed up, so let's fix that. Okay, that's Let's just remove those. He like slides along the ground. I don't like that. Just make this like 5 seconds so that it doesn't do that. Yep. Okay. So it's like a 1.4 second wind up. 1.5 actually. I don't like that at all. He's sliding around like crazy. I gotta fix up the tile. This is like in his head. When he's walking, what does he look like? Oh, walking's all messed up too. Oh, this animation's like shared with someone else? Oh, no, we already established that it wasn't. Okay, the walk is wrong. Get to the walk. That's the death. One, two, three. Okay, so get those in. Right, he walks now. Enemy 4. There's no way he has any issues. Enemy 2, there's no way he has issues. Enemy 3 might actually be a bit of a concern. No, he's alright. Okay, so now we've got 4 enemies. Now we can think about how we can get these into the system, because we sort of have... Oh, where's my mouse gone? I lost it. Ah, there it is. What happened there? It's Godot? What's going on with Godot? Did Godot die? I think I did. Delete. Come on, I was just saying how stable everything seemed to be. Kill. Famous last words. You're like, yeah, Godot's been really good. It's playing nice with Windows and streaming and encoding everything. Next minute. Okay. Oh, you know what it is? I put it into the world and I turned the camera and now I've lost it. There you go. I just had to right click. That was weird. Okay. I wonder if that's a bug or if it's a me thing. Right, so let's look at our spawner. So right now we just have a single enemy. Now, in the past, when I've done game jams and I've tried to have like a list, I jinxed it, yeah, literally. What I've done, I've tried having things saved in a folder and then like scanning that at runtime. It doesn't work when you export the game because, well, for multiple reasons, mostly because the file system changes. When you export it, it's not the same as what you're seeing here. So we're going to avoid that. And since it's only small, it's 4, I'm just going to create an array of preloaded assets, I think, or a dictionary, right? A dictionary. And I've got, whoa, narrowing conversion in and loses precision. Okay, so I've got some issues. I need to fix this script up. Clean it up a little bit. Integer division. Yeah, it's an int. It probably should be a float, right? And then there's like a bunch of fixed code. It's all right. We just need to redefine these as floats, realistically. because still got one. Games update wave manager takes an int. We'll just make it a float, so I don't get that error. Thanks. Great. You fixed your code, Goosefat? That's awesome. Okay. So we need a dictionary. So we just go var. We can make it an export. We can make it. Can we make it an export? Might make it easier for me. var enemies. It's a dictionary. And that's really all there is to it. Enemies array and put them in the inspector, yeah. Array's probably a bit nicer, actually. You're right. Because I do agree with that. Oh no, this is not, I shouldn't do Node 3D. It should be pack scene. There we go. One day we'll be able to type pack scenes, right? Like it'd be really nice if you could say it's a pack scene, but it needs to be like, I mean, these don't have class, but I could make a class and say it has to be an enemy type. Otherwise it's not going to work because it's really breakable at this point. Okay, so I think it's just enemy. It's not happy with that either. How to stuff that up? Packed scene. I've done this a bunch of times and I've got it right. Let's go have a look at the resource, the weapon resource. Yeah, pack scene. Can you just not have an array of pack scenes? Am I missing something there? Am I tripping? It's not doing anything. Why? Close some of this stuff off. Hello. If I just made this a pack scene, would it work? Am I experiencing a bug? Goosefat, what the hell are you posting in chat? You're weirding me out, bro. What is the advantage versus base class of enemy? Well, let me just test this. It works there. So maybe, is it just a bug here? Array. Pack scene. Oh, it just was a bug. That's so weird. Okay, so Victor, what is the advantage of using a pack scene versus a base class of enemy? The issue that, at least to my understanding, and maybe I'm missing something here, if you want to load a scene as like, we've got a set of enemies and they don't exist in the world, and I want the enemy spawner to spawn the enemies, if you go node, so I'll just create another one here. Enemies 2, And if you make this a node 2D, 3D I should say, the issue you're going to have is that it's going to want to use something within the scene, right? So as far as I'm aware, you can't load anything out of this, you know? So it has to be within the scene, and these guys aren't in the scene. So we need to use packed scene. Packed scenes can't be typed, so we can't say that it needs to be an enemy, a packed scene of class enemy. That'd be really nice. As far as I'm aware, that's not possible. I think they are looking into it. Last time I checked. And Thomason, yeah, I don't know. It was like a visual bug. For some reason, it wasn't letting me add any packed scenes. Okay, so now we have a nice little array of enemies. And I guess we'll call these base enemies. I might rename this. I'm gonna have to re-add them. I will just call base enemies. Like these ones can just spawn whenever, you know? They're not special. And then we've got two enemies that are bigger that will spawn like in between waves, something like that. I don't know. Yes, pack scene is the same as preload load. So I can have multiples of them rather than just having to have like a set of like preloads or something like that. I think now I've deleted that. It's like enemy not declared in current scope. Spawn. And then it's just like enemy. So what do I pass in? I pass in a pack scene. So like var enemy to spawn, we can just make it random. And we can say it's equal to base enemies dot random, pick random, I should say, and then pass that in. And we'll do the same thing on the timer. And now it should just be like any number of these in theory. So that's the dude with the knife. Let's wait for a couple of others to spawn. We seem to be getting a lot of dudes with knives. Thanks. Oh, okay, this is a different dude. Okay. He moves very quick, and then now we've got this dude. Okay, we're gonna have to play around with the different movement speeds. Like I feel like we need the other dudes to be moving quicker or slower or whatever. Macadab, how goes the game jam? Yeah, we're getting there. So we've got like different enemies now. We've got all our enemy types, and they're spawning in and they're chasing me around the map, and I'm getting hit by the knives because I've lost some health, and I'm dead. Okay, that's nice. Nice. We can turn off the visual collision shapes now, and we can probably bring back the pixelated look. Okay, so let's look at the enemy damage, because this guy does 50%, which is a lot. I think I'm just going to keep them all at 10 for now. And the other thing that I wanted to do is look at the damage for each of the weapons that we've got. So in the weapon resources, now I have to actually go navigate to these. They used to just all exist in the player scene, but they don't anymore. Weapon resources, blast eye. Damage 10's probably a bit low. These guys have 100. I'm feeling like a 25, 4 shots to kill a base zombie. Does that seem reasonable? We don't want it to be too hard. So we just make, for now, let's just make every weapon do 25 and just see how that feels. Whoa, that was loud. Okay. Hey, Cruxflux, thank you for the raid. For viewers, welcome. Welcome to the channel. We are doing a game jam right now, and I'm making a zombie wave shooter, if you can call it that. Sort of Doom-like. How's it going, Cruxflux? Thanks for joining us. So I'm doing the game jam, the Zombeez Game Jam by Fan Studio. We're using this asset pack to make a wave shooter. And I'm buffing my weapons because I feel like they don't do enough damage. That's too low. Stats. Damage 1. I don't know. That's the pistol. That's fine. 25. Actually, it should do more damage. Make it do 50. And Q. Damage 20. I forget how the rocket launcher works. Make it do 50. Let's see how that feels. Where are my zombies? Yep. Okay, now it's nice and easy, so I should be able to survive. Okay, so we're running the game now, so everyone can see where we're at. So basically, it's pretty basic. You know, we've got the zombies coming in. We're just going to kill them. They're not going to be as difficult as they were before because obviously I just nerfed them a lot by bumping the weapon damage up. And there's a dude on the roof. I still have to fix that. I'm kind of curious. I want to see. This is wave number 1. So, oh shit, he's right behind me. If it gets a lot more difficult, because basically what's going to happen is more enemies are going to spawn, right? And then I'm going to have to work on resources. You were caught stream hopping. That's fine. That's how I do it too. So we're still okay. We made it to wave 2. Just click heads. I got to add some sound in. And I also want to make it so that they can't spawn so close to you. That's another thing I want to try. Hello. Okay. We're going to make it. I really want to see after like, I think there's 5 waves. They should start spawning a lot more. I don't know how it's going to handle it. If they came jumping over the wall. That's a... Oh, here we go. Wave 3. And there's like red dots everywhere because I need to like clean up. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, I'm out of ammo too. I need something. Shotgun. Oh, holy shit. Okay, yeah, they definitely speed up at this. So we're going to need a lot of ammo. Holy shit. Rocket launcher. It's not going to have any impact. This technically does like... Oh, what the fuck? They're fairly easy to get away from, to be honest. I need... Oh, the game's starting to lag. That's cool, though. I didn't know that was possible. Holy shit. I need more weapons. Oh, I'm dead. I should probably stop running it. Oh, yeah, that's cool. It started to lag. We got performance issues. I didn't think we were going to hit those yet. So many zombies. Yeah, really, I think it gets like, because it gets divided by the wave number, so like towards the back end, it's a lot of zombies. I might need to set like an upper limit for how many zombies I put on the map. I'm going to have to think about that. But next, now that we've got enemies spawning, I actually want to deal with resources. So something that I think will be really cool is if when the enemies die, they spawn resources for like your weapon and your health. So that you know, can get more ammo and keep going, essentially, rather than having to go over to the corner where all the ammo is. So, I think it's probably best if it is the weapon you're using that you get ammo for. And potentially something else, like random. How's it going to know? Health is easy because obviously there's just one piece of health. So health is easy. It's the weapon that's hard. So let's work on just spawning something when the enemy dies. So imagine they just queue free, right? Where is the death? Hit successful. We just queue free, right? Nice and basic. So instead, we probably want to zombie death, zombie die, create a function, and then that way we can do it a few extra steps. An area, yeah, we'll see if we can get to that. We might not make it. So we'll go zombie, just returns void. And take a drink of water for a second. Alrighty. So, well, obviously at some point we want it queue free, but probably not straight away. First of all, we have animations that we want to play. So I don't think I've added them in yet. So, but we'll go animation play, dot play, and it will be death, I guess we'll call it. If I can spell correctly. And then the next thing we want to do is spawn. I'll just do like a thingo. Spawn health and ammo. And then we will get tree.create timer. And then dot timeout. Oh, we need to give it an amount of time. I don't know, like 10 seconds. And then we will connect it to connect, and we'll connect it to key free so that when the timer times out, it just deletes itself. That's fine for now. Okay, so let's add these animations. I'm just going to take test and rename it to death. Okie dokie. Let's see where this exists in this tile map. It'll be the last one. They're really cool animations, actually. There. Create. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Great. 0.8, and we'll just separate these by 2.2 seconds each time. That's pretty cool. Okay, so we've got that. I'm going to need to open up every single enemy. Enemy 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so enemy 2. Death. His sprites are different again. I think they're a little bit more compact. That one. Create. And then 1, 2, 3. 0.8. Animations are just so exciting, aren't they? At least I didn't have to draw anything. I'm not the best artist. Enemy 3, let's do the same thing. I rename this one. It's going to probably be 0.8 seconds. I think they're all the same length. Okay, and that's his last. So he's got a crawl animation. Where's his death animation? Where's his death animation? There. Create, and then 1, 2, 3. Nice. And enemy 4. Last one. So your FAQ says you're a financial accountant. What's the difference between a financial and a regular accountant? Okay, that's a valid question, Cruxflux. I hope everyone's ready to learn about the wonderful world of management accounting and all the different kinds of accountants. I think when most people think about accountants, they think like tax accountants, right? People you go to help with your either financial situation or to do your taxes. I'm not one of those guys. I'll work for a company. And inside of that company, I'm sort of like the guy that will make the other departments around finance work. So you've got, accounts receivable, accounts payable, banking, and all that kind of stuff. And what we sort of do is just make sure that's all running properly. We are processing the financial reports at the end of the month and at the end of the year, dealing with auditors and statutory reporting. And then also automation. We'll jump into code, right? Like we'll write macros in Excel most of the time, and sometimes in like our accounting software as well. We'll be doing stuff like that to make things work faster and smoother. So it's very internal. I don't deal with the outside world very often. In fact, I don't even really deal with real world money most of the time. I'm just doing, I deal a lot with leases, and in the world of accounting and leases, it's like all made up. It's like the points don't matter, you know? Okay. New animation. Death. At the end, I imagine. That was a Whose Line Is It Anyway reference. There he goes. My age is showing again. That show used to play like non-stop when I was a kid. Like you'd turn on the comedy channel. No worries. Yeah, most people don't get it. It's like something you never even think about until you do it. I didn't even know it existed until I graduated and got a job in it. It's like, this one's really cool because you can see through, but then it goes black. I guess he is on his side. Okay, so now they all die and eventually despawn. Let's see how this looks. Where are you? Coming through the boxes. You're not dying. And they're also not dead. Do they have that? Yeah, we mostly just watch US TV. We don't. I mean, there are obviously Australian TV shows and Australian like comedy shows, but like, you know, yeah, we do watch like mostly American TV, or at least I did. Okay, so if health equals 0, we're meant to play death. I think the issue is there's nothing in the physics process that stops the enemy from continue doing what it's doing. So I probably need to wrap this in like a variable to say that, I mean, I can just check that if its health is less than 0, I could turn the process. No, we don't want to do that. If player. So we can do the same exact check, right? Like we can just say if health is less than or equal to 0. I guess we say like greater than. And then we just like indent all of this. So it'll stop doing it. If it's dead. Let's try that. Okay. They don't rotate because that's a part of the script, which is pretty funny. But they do despawn as well. So that looks pretty good, except for the fact that the angle's all wrong. We'll roll with that. All right. So now let's worry about spawning things. So we can, how I'm thinking, I want this to look sort of like, have you guys played Doom from 2016? Because in the Doom from 2016, when you like do a melee attack, and probably in the later ones, I haven't played the other ones, like stuff flies out of them, right? And so I guess, I wonder, is this a rigid body? It's an area. Oh my God. Why'd I do that? This is going to have to be a rigid body. Hey, Vengus, thank you for the follow. This is definitely going to have to change to a rigid body if I want them to be like, bloop, flying out and doing stuff. So, great. What does it interact with? I did like a whole thing on making this work. And now I'm going to have to change it. It's the life, eh? Pick up detection. Oh, I do both body and area, so it should be okay. Or I can connect this to a rigid body. Like if I really wanted to cheat a little bit, we go rigid body and then make that the parent. Make scene root. Just call it health. and then give this a collision shape, and we'll make it square so it doesn't roll around so much. Go to 3D. And now the functionality should be preserved, but we get the rigid bodiness of it. A square shape, and it just needs to be smaller than the actual object that we're trying to interact with, or vice versa. Okay, how does that look? And now we're sitting in the ground, but that's fine. Health pack. That's funny. Player character. Pick up detection. On body entered. No, we are queuing free the area, but we also need to go like. So funny. We can create a function on it. Picked up. And then just say owner queue free. Just get around that for now. Let's try to work on functionality. And picked up. How you doing, Vengus? That needs to be buddy. Okie dokie. Now we should actually... Oh, hey, mate. I'm busy right now. Get it out of... Huh. Okay. I need to work on that. And now that deletes itself. Great. And I'm not walking into the ground. Okay, awesome. We fixed that. So... Okay, that bug's going to annoy me. Because we hit it again, and then obviously we do all of this, and it goes around in circles. So we probably do we check that? Do we go like if health is less than or equal to 0, just don't do anything at the top here. Or we go if health greater than 0. Run this. But if it isn't, then does that work? It's so hacky. It feels wrong. Where is he? Get him. Yeah. That's better. Cool. Yeah, we don't need to print that. Okay. No worries, Craftflux. See you later. Thanks for hanging out. Alrighty. Okay. So we are enemy 2. Okay, so now we need to spawn stuff. Let's focus on that. We'll create an object. It can just be a node. And what do we call it? If you can try returning early instead to avoid nesting hell, like if health is less than 0 equals return. Yeah, probably that's a good idea. I should do that. What do I call this thing? It's like a package. It's like resources. Killed resources. Health and ammo. That's what it is. And then, does it need a script? Yeah, it's going to need a script. Okay, I need to think for a second. Let's just save this in objects. And then I like what you were saying before, Vengus. In the enemy, we can totally do that, especially there. I like that a lot. And then I just need to unnest all of this, which is kind of annoying, but I think it's going to look better in the long run. Right? That's much nicer. Thank you for that. And then I should do the same down here too. Realistically, because it's just going to read better. Return, and then bring this back out. Okay, great. Okay. Health pack, health and ammo. So health and ammo, we always are going to have health because it's not going to change, right? I guess we could say it's going to heal more or less depending. I don't know. I'm just going to make this pack scene. It's easier to drag them in from the editor. I'm just saying. Like, rather than a preload. This music is funky. Hop back. Hello. It's not an export. Yoink. So now we'll get the health pack. And then we will need a, it'll need to be ammo, right? But what kind of ammo it will be is going to depend on what the enemy was killed with. So this is also, is it going to be a pack scene? How am I going to figure this out? The information can come from the player. So the player, when it shoots an enemy weapon, it's a projectile, right? So a projectile, when it actually shoots, it passes the information on. Does it have it? How's it going to get that information? That is the question. He gets the damage, the direction, the vector. Surely we could just pass this through the chain. That's probably the easiest way to go about it, because of the way it's structured. The weapon manager is going to know what weapon, right? But the projectile doesn't know what the weapon is. So we're going to have to create that link and then pass that on to the enemy when he gets shot. So he knows what he's being shot with, which will be pretty interesting. So way down here in shoot, we are loading a projectile, and the projectile, it's just getting instantiated, and then we're connecting up a bunch of signals, setting its position, and then obviously calling this main function for a projectile. And obviously it has a lot of information already. I'll pop this out so it's a little bit more readable. It's passing on a lot of information already, but we can easily just go current weapon slot dot weapon. So now we know what weapon. It's not going to be happy, right? Expected at 4, but it wants more. Okay, so now we can go to the projectile, and right up the top here, set projectile. Okay, see you later, Cassie. Have a good one. And this is going to be a weapon resource. Right? Oh, we can't put that under after, so it's going to need to go first, actually. Because everything else is optional. So in the weapon state machine, this needs to go first. Okay. So now we've passed that on. Realistically now, we could just take the information of the weapon damage and the fire range and all that kind of stuff could just come from the actual weapon resource that we passed down, but we won't worry about that. This is fairly niche. Okay, so now that's taken care of. And well, it's not really taken care of. There is a projectile, and it's got a hit scan damage, and it's also got a projectile damage. We're going to have to cover both. There really should just be like a damage, a damage function rather than two separate functions. It's kind of silly. On body entered. I guess that's the issue, right? Body.hit successful. And then collider.hit successful. Ah, well. We just pass it on, right? Pass it down the chain. So what I'll do is I'll create a public variable, I guess, or something like that. That is a weapon resource. And it'll just get set. That shadows that, so I'll just put an underscore there. Superclass inheritance. Whoa. I don't know if I broke something doing that. Anyway, weapon equals underscore weapon. And now the function doesn't match the parent. Shotgun projectile. Oh, shotgun projectile. I'll have to fix that. So now that I've done that, all the way down in both of these functions where I'm passing on this hit successful, we're passing on the damage. I can pass on the weapon. And then same in hit scan damage. Huh. It's going to need to go here. Shotgun projectile. Let's fix that before I forget. So the shotgun projectile, it wants to know the weapon. Which is a weapon resource. Is it really still named that way? Yeah, it is actually. Set projectile, damage equals that, and weapon equals weapon. That's run the wrong way. Okay, so now everything should be working the way that we expect it to. And the enemies, and so there's going to be some issues because the physics objects, not that they're super necessary, they also need to have a variable called weapon that they're going to get passed because that's just how the function works. Everything's expecting the same thing. So the enemies, when they have hit successful, we want the weapon to come through, and there's even like targets here in this game. So for the sake of making things consistent, I will even give them the weapon variable. And let's see if we haven't broken anything. This dude's just straight up trying to kill me already. We got a bug. He doesn't have like the right animation. We'll work on that. The rest of them look really good. Oh no, that animation played. I don't know, that guy didn't work. Okay, easy peasy. So everything seems to be working. Let's shoot these. Yeah, the boxes are still reacting. And the objects are still... These react so much now because of the way that I've changed the damage that they do. Ugh. Bro, leave me alone. These ones are weird. I need to look at that. Whoa. Yeah, there's some bugs here, for sure. I'm out of ammo. I have a backup. I have a knife. Stay away. Hey Ricky, how's it going? We're making progress. We've got all sorts of different enemies, and now we're just trying to spawn resources when the zombies come alive. When they die, sorry, I should say. So when the zombies die, we want them to give us health and we want them to give us ammo, so that we can keep playing and the intensity can stay up. That's my goal, at least. So, let's see what we can do. Okay, so now we know what the weapon is. We can pass that information all the way along to zombie death. And we want, we can just use a preload for this. These are all going to have health and ammo. And this is actually going to be a weapon resource, believe it or not. But it's going to spawn. And I've got these in the world already. Not physics objects. Ammo. So we've got a bunch of different ammo types. And where can we find that? I think we're going to have to do another array, because to my knowledge, the weapon resource doesn't actually know what it doesn't know what ammo it takes. It just doesn't have that information. But so these things have weapon slots, and we can take that weapon that we've given to the enemies and we can spawn a rigid body and set its weapon slot to hold that ammo. And in theory, that should work. In theory. These all have, they should be empty, to be honest. Blaster eye.trays. How does that work? Should be recursion happening here. Right. The green screen's broken. Pull it across. To be honest, I'm not too sure how this is working, because that, as far as I'm aware, is a kind of recursion that shouldn't really be allowed. And it somehow is okay. Let me think for a second. Let me have a look at the weapon resources. Weapon behavior. They're not supposed to know about ammo. Oh, it's the weapons that don't have. Is that what it is? The weapons don't have any ammo on them. Let me go. Hang on a second. The recursion is in the weapons. It doesn't have a weapon on it. Right. So you add that dynamically, because otherwise you get recursion. But the ammo, I guess, is okay, because the ammo isn't on the weapon. So, yeah, that makes sense. But we still need a list, regardless. So we've answered that, like, very mysterious question. But we still need to spawn in all these ammos. So what we can do is spawnable objects, clips, and then we've got all these clips. We can create an export variable. Does this music seem a bit loud? Let's just drag this over here. Anyway, ammo list, I guess. And it's going to be an array, and it's going to be of pack scene. Okay, and so, whoops. Ammo list. However many we've got. Blaster I, Blaster L, Blaster M, Blaster N. There are, what's this one? Blaster M. Did I add that? Oh yeah, I've got ILMN. Okay, that's fine. Great. Nothing for the rocket launcher yet. We'll have to work on that. Add it to the list. Alrighty, so now we've got a list, and we just need to know when this is spawned. Create a function. I'll create a function called launch ammo, launch resources, and it's going to take a weapon resource, and so this will be called by the enemy. Returns void. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to find, so the ammo, let's have a look at this clip. It has a slot and it's got a weapon. So we need to match that, number one. So we are going to loop through for a in ammo list. And then we're going to go A, if A is equal, if A dot weapon slot is equal to weapon, then we do our thing, right? Ammo to load. And that, and we'll just make it blank for now. Ammo to load equals A, right? So now we've found our ammo. We can break out then. Else. Okay, so then we go if ammo to load, because there is a chance that it won't find it. Then we can change that ammo to load. Developer Gabut, Oz there Sawari, how's it going? Hello to both of you, welcome to the stream. Ammo to load equals ammo to load. Dot instantiate, right? And then we are going to, I just want to add this to the world. I don't want to make this a part of the enemy. So I'm going to get tree, right, dot get first get root, isn't it? But I've got like auto loads, so right. Game state manager. Yeah, it's probably fine. .root add child. Ammo to load. Something like that. And also the health. We can just do that. Health equals health dot instantiate Paxton generated. What is this crap? Out of here with this. Okay, and then we can do the same thing. Node cannot be Paxine. Okay. So annoying. Health to load equals health.instantiate. Leave me alone. And then we can do the exact same thing. So theoretically, that should load up a ammo and some health for the player after they kill an enemy. So now we've got health and ammo. We go to the enemy. We've got the health and ammo preload. And so on zombie death, health and ammo and ammo equals health and ammo dot instantiate add child health and ammo. Okay, and then I also need to call the function. I will wait until I've added it. Health and child, health and ammo. I'm all over the shop. Launch resources. And we'll pass in the weapon, which we need to pass on from the hit successful. So that gets that. And then this goes here. This is a weapon resource. Okay, let's test it out. Fingers crossed. Get over here. I want to be closer so I can see what's happening. Oh, it's not happy. Invalid get index weapon slot on pack scene. Oh, it's a pack scene. Okay. Interesting conundrum. Do I have to load them all up? I don't really like the idea of that. Because that means I'm going to have to do a lot of loading and stuff. And we're already, when we're in the sort of later stage of the game, we know that we've got a problem already when it comes to resources. And if we're loading up every single rigid body, hey, Vibing Game Dev, how are you? Welcome to the stream. That's a problem. So we're going to have to go about this a different way. It would make a lot more sense if the... Yeah, I'm doing good, man. We are debugging a particular issue here. The weapon slots don't exist on pack scenes, so I'm going to need to think of a different way to do this. It probably doesn't need to be... What I need is a general scene, right? So what if on the weapon, if I think about what this is a rigid body with a sprite 3D, right? And in the weapon slot is just the ammo, right? So if I created a general ammo and then gave the weapon resource like the PNG for the sprite 3D, like this glowing ammo, then we're good, right? Like we can just create, we don't need to know what one it is. We can just add the sprite and add the weapon resource so that when you walk over it, it knows what ammo you need to have, be adding to it. We also should just like give it some amount of ammo, probably not 30, that seems a bit excessive, but something like that. So I think that's probably the best way to go about it. So I'm going to create a version of this. Trophy yellow smiling. Oh, you like that idea? The emotes don't come through the chat on my end. That's funny. Okay. So let's save a copy of this scene. General ammo. And we'll blank that out. And we'll blank out the weapon and the ammo. And I want to rename this to general ammo. Okay, so in health and ammo, rather than having a list, we will delete all this. Delete all that. We're going to have to do something else. So just comment this whole thing out. Export var ammo to load. This is, just call this weapon. Hello, Thought Brick, how are ya? Packed scene. Okay, so that makes a whole lot more sense, and then just make that underscore. All right, happy days. So the ammo can be this general ammo. And so when it received the information from the weapon resource, the other thing we need to address is the ammo. So under stats, animations, weapon behavior is fine. Yeah, I'm doing good. We're just adding an ability for, so what we're trying to do is when the enemies die, we want them to drop ammo and health. And so we're just creating an object that we can spawn and give that information over. Alrighty. So what we need to do, and we got the weapon resource needs a new object. It needs export var. So actually realistically put this after weapon drop. We'll just call this ammo icon. It's a texture. Texture, I guess that's fine. Save that, and under each of the weapons, these are the scenes. I want the actual, go back up, state machine, weapon resources. So the problem is I don't know which ones are which. So that's the issue there. Weapon drop, open scene. Let's have a look at these. Okay, so that's the AK-47. See, I've got them really named a bit funny because I cut a corner earlier on. And so now I'm regretting that, obviously, because I don't know which is which. But Blaster Eye is the AK. So if we go to all the way down into the asset pack here, and we do enemies, no, we want final updates, no, character, weapon icon, and they're not particularly clearly named either. So it's not weapon icon 1. You know, I could probably cheat and just have a look at this. Okay, maybe not. Weapon icon 3. Okay. So annoying. Weapon icon 3. Yeah. Yeah, weapon icon 3201. That's the particular PNG that I want. Good times, good times. Okay, so... Oh my god. Last eye. Ammo icon. 3201. Dook. That looks right. Great. Blaster L. This is the pistol, I can tell from the picture. $201. It's one of these two, right? This one here. That'll do. Great. Next, let's keep it going. Let's keep it lively. P Blaster M. See, the good thing about streaming is that I just get distracted at this point because this is kind of tedious. But because I know I'm like essentially working right now, and you guys are like my boss over my shoulder. You're not really my boss, but you know, like a lot of these people watching me. I can't just be like sitting here like, this is boring. I'm gonna go check Reddit, scroll Instagram or TikTok for 5 minutes because I can't wrap my head around this really boring task. Weapon icon. I can't see. It's the shotgun, right? Yeah. That's not a shotgun. This is not. That kind of looks like a shotgun, but I know that there's two. Same. Yeah, it's good motivation. I'm getting way more done doing this than if I was just like doing that on my own. Which is good too, because like so many times I've started game jams, got bored halfway through and then just given up. And then because I'm like, I'll make a video about it. And then like, I'm just like, nah, screw it. Okay. Last one. Got one more to go. Blaster N. This is also a pistol. I fucked up somewhere. Whoops. Blaster N is definitely the pistol. So I need to come back down here. Find the pistol. Put it on the ammo icon. And then go back to whichever one that was. It was probably Blaster L that I mixed up. See it. Blaster. Excuse me. That's a mistake. Because Blaster L is definitely not this weapon. Blaster L doesn't look like that. It should be the Uzi. Hold on a second. My 3D version of Among Us is in its final few stages. It is multiplayer. That's cool, Thoughtbrick. That's really awesome. Goose Fat, welcome back to the chat. Okay, so I was just lamenting. I'm on the voting part. Nice. Did someone did? I remember. Is it Danny who did like a 3D networked one? It was just like for a video. I don't think he ever released it. I've never played Among Us. I missed the train. Yeah, Danny did it. Nice. Yeah. I don't know, that game looked like a lot of fun, but you kind of need friends to play it, and like I don't have many of those. I have friends, but they don't play games. Or they don't anymore. Or we don't play the same games. I don't know. I'm too busy doing this. Okay. Right, Blaster N and Blaster. Okay, focus. Blaster L is spawning Blaster N, which is a problem, right? So projectiles, spawnable objects, weapons should be Blaster L. Okay, that's better. And now, weapon state machine. Blaster L should have the icon that is an Uzi. This one. Okay, great. They've all got ammo icons. We made it through it. It was tedious, but we did it. And now we can go back to the... Let's delete some of these scenes. There's so many. Kill. This is like you know, there's those people who have like a million tabs open, and whenever I see them at work or around the house, I'm like, you have way too many internet browser tabs open. But here I am with Godot and like a million tabs open. I can't even see what I'm doing. I have to delete them all. Or it's not delete, just close them. I have to close them all. I talk like such a boomer. Okay, so I need to find health and ammo. Why are you singling me out, sir? It depends. If you do it with Godot, I forgive you because I do that also. But if you do it with your browser, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of like, it's a bit sus, man. Okay, so now that we've done that, okay, so var ammo to load. I can spell. Equals ammo dot instantiate. And then we can just say ammo to load dot weapon slot dot weapon, because I'm assuming, I'll check it in a second, that it has a weapon slot, equals underscore weapon, ammo to load. I gotta open up this scene. So it's got a weapon slot, it's just empty. We need to give it some current ammo, and we need to set its icon, sprite 3D. We need to expose that. Set sprite. And it's going to take a texture. And it returns void. It's my to-do. If I close it, I'll completely forget about it. Found the sound effect library, it stays open. Yeah, okay. You got a fair point. I still don't, like, I feel like if I don't do something in the moment, I'm just never going to do it. So why bother trying to kid myself? But that's just me. Everyone's different. Plus, you have history. You can go look at your history if you need to find something. Everybody's different. I shouldn't shame you, but it's funny in my mind at least. Okay, sprite 3D dot ADHD does not allow it. Yeah. I know some people with ADHD that say the exact same things to me. Texture. Yeah. Okay. So that should be fine. Its pixel size is okay. I don't think I need to change anything like that. I guess we'll see. And so now in health and ammo, we can go ammo to load dot set sprite, and it's going to take the weapon dot ammo icon. Oh, it's all there. Nice. Okay. Now I just need to add the child ammo to load. Okay. Everything should work. Nope. Okay, weapon slot invalid, get index weapon slot on base rigid body 3D. It's not called weapon slot, it's called weapon. What the hell is wrong with me? Okay. Uzair Sawari, what the hell are you posting in the chat? How come that doesn't show up when I go to like the actual YouTube chat? It gets blocked. I don't know. It shows up in my restream though. I have autism and ADHD, and I all good and great vibes. Yeah, I think I'm not diagnosed with anything, but I'm a strange guy. That's all I'll say. Good vibes with multiple tabs. Only got 4 tabs? Yeah. I can't if it's across the screen, like any more than past here, I have to start closing them. It gives me anxiety to have more than that open. My brain can't handle it. Okay, so Arch with the hidden sidebar of tabs. Nice. Arc or Arch? Okie dokie. Weapon slot should just be called weapon. It's weapon.weapon? Weapon.weapon? I'm not liking this at all. That is what I'm going to have to type. Blech. Well, let's just do it. Remind me when I get back to my template to change. That's disgusting. Come here. Okay, we're getting further down the line. Invalid set texture on base nil or value type compressed texture. So it never received anything. Sprite 3D is null. Pretty cool new browser. Really? I love a new browser. Is it Chromium based? They're all Chromium based. I find it to be like kind of boring that everything's just Chrome. Can someone create their own like compositor? By the browser company, a startup company founded by Josh Miller after having undergone closed beta tests. Act as an operating system for the web? Ew. Nah, I'm sure it's fine. Easels and boost feature. And as opposed to many other browsers, uses vertical tabs. Okay. And it is Chromium based. Written in Swift. Huh. I guess, I mean, I'm shitting on things being based on Chromium, but like these days, things kind of need to be based on Chrome, right? Because otherwise, how can people survive? Like, could you imagine if you came out with a brand new browser that wasn't based on Chromium? Like, you would need to have Chromium in there just so that you could get your extensions working. Okay, so this didn't work. Why didn't it work? Sprite 3D is null. How they make money, which wasn't by selling your data. That is actually a very, very valid point. Bring that back. Design, features, reception, favorable reviews. How do they make money? Let's go to their website. Arc is getting a free promo. Oh, it looks nice actually. Yeah, okay, maybe I'll try it. Yeah, Chromium 5. Everything is so consolidated these days. I miss it when there was like random things that you could try and find on the internet. I suppose you probably still could find a browser that was neither of those two. Space for different signs. Yeah, cool. It looks great. How do you make money then? But how are they monetized if they're not selling your data? Because like I'm all for like alternative forms of monetization, but free apps on the internet, like you know what they say, like if you're not paying, you are the product. So I'm guessing you don't have to pay for this. It's almost like a tiled browser. So we've got tiled window compositing, and now we've got tiled browsers. I'm digging this. It looks very cool. A convo. Have they got a premium? Power up your browsing with AI. Privacy policy, FAQ. Exists to track you around the internet. We built Arc with you in mind to save you as much time as possible when you use the internet every day to bring order to chaos. Blah, blah, blah. They said they're planning on releasing the easel feature to businesses for multi-user input to work together. Okay, that's nice. Okay, so they're going to go with like a tiered system where it's free for the public and then businesses pay, which is, you know, a pretty common business model, right? And so, I mean, a lot of software is like that. I mean, even Windows, because Windows is so cheap, but like, holy crap. I've seen some of the bills that Microsoft charges to companies, and it's big. This is a new browser that we're talking about. Arc is the Chrome replacement you've been waiting for. Let's download it. Why not? Soy faces. Lol. Let's download downloads. I mean, it looks cool. I'll give it that. Chrome replacement. YouTuber says it's the most beautiful, well-designed browser. Okay, how does Arc plan to make money? First things first, we never sell your data, and we will never have a business that revolves around ads. In fact, we started this company because we were so unhappy with the way other browsers prioritize advertisers. Yeah. Prioritize advertisers. Don't get us wrong. We plan to make a lot of money as a company. In order to provide you with the most wondrous personal internet experience for many years to come. To do that, we're excited about business models that align with our incentives with the people who we serve, from charging companies that want to increase their productivity of teams across many tools they use and use for work, to making it easier and safer to pay for things online. More to come. There's no way. I'm just saying, there's no way. That is not based. I think it's too soon for me to make the switch, yeah. I'm skeptical. I'm sorry. Like, number one, a lot of businesses that I've worked for won't let you download anything. Like, you're just locked into either using Chrome. Yeah. How is it going to be easier and safer to pay for things online? I guess they're going to look for deals. But like, getting businesses to sign up to use software is like crazy hard. So like, you know, like every browser is free. Corporations don't care. Like, I can't even use my work laptop to do anything. Like, I go to the accounting software, I go to the bank, I go to like whatever. They're public, so that's where the money's coming. People bought shares in this? What exchange is it on? I don't know. Share price. Yo, that's crazy. This is Australian. That's not the same thing. Arc browser? It's going to show me shares. Arc document solutions. Did they exist before the browser? $2.60. It's pretty low. Oof. Am I looking at the right one? Yeah, we might not be looking at the right thing, right? Like, how can you tell? I'm not very used to like navigating American stock markets, so I don't know what Arc Document Solutions is, if it's the right company. Normally, like, if I'm used to, if it's like an Australian company, they'll normally say like shareholders or something down here. Well, maybe it says in the FAQ, Windows and Linux. Okay, so they're like, yeah, Windows 11, first ever Windows application to be built in Swift. Yeah, that's almost like blasphemy, right? Which is a pretty big deal. Our aim is to make the best designed Windows application ever made on a Mac. That's actually really funny. Can you even code in Swift on Windows? I don't know. And we hope that it will hold us to that aspiration. Stay tuned for Windows 10 support. So, wait, what? Hang on a second. It's made with Swift. And it's Windows. Is it Windows exclusive? What's going on? Okay, they've stripped it out. And it supports Chrome extensions. I don't know if they are public. Arc Document Solutions. This is not the same company. Maybe they've got angel investors. Okay, I am like really perplexed. It was Mac exclusive till a couple of months ago. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, what the heck? Download for Mac. Yeah, there's that button there. It just knows I'm on a Windows machine, so it's not showing it me in the other screen. Okay, let's check it out. Why not? Let's install this. Because I'm on Windows 10. Okay. Never mind then. Yeah, I mean, I thought about installing Windows 11, but then I didn't like all the ads and shit. I don't know how easy it is to strip out. I just knew it was a lot easier on Windows 10, so I just went with that. Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to it. It's obviously not this. Arc, the browser company. Okay. That's cool. Anyway, where was I? My Sprite 3D doesn't work. I've officially now distracted you. That's okay. I was looking for a distraction. This is kind of a tedious problem that I'm dealing with. We're all right. Okay. Sprite 3D doesn't exist, which is weird because like it's initiated up there. Is it because... okay. General ammo. Sprite 3D. I don't know. Why doesn't it exist? It should exist. We can just get the node. So we can go sprite equals get node. And then just drag it in. No. Sprite 3D. And then call that instead. Or I could just call it directly. I don't know. What do you want from me? Sometimes Godot does this. It gets really finicky with like when you can call. You try and change it before it enters the tree. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, that's a good point. Weapon dot. Yeah, maybe. Let's just try that. That's a really good point. We can do that here. I've changed a bunch anyway, but yeah, I think you're making a valid point, actually. I'm doing things to it before it exists in the tree. Oh, what are you doing up there, mate? How am I supposed to test things? Get over here. Okay. They're, I'm not setting their position, so they're probably at 0, 0. Things are working. Okay, so what I need to do, because I am setting them at the root, the health and ammo's position should be on the... Where am I? I'm placing them on the... I could also just add child and then make them... No, that's not going to work because it's going to get deleted. We don't want that. So I need to set their position probably before I add them to the tree. Ammo to load. Dot global position equals global position. And then same for health to load. Dot global position equals global position. Got like a hair in my eye. Get out of here. Okay, let's go. Oh shit. Yeah, I saw that. They're there. Get out of here. Did they fall through the world or something? They were there for like a second. His animations are all fucked up. Yeah, see, he just spawned some health. So we're making progress. That guy spawned health as well. I think I've got to add like some impulse to them. Because it's kind of working, but not really. Oh, come on. Right. So the ammo isn't coming, but everything else is there. I've got some errors, so let's have a look. Bit zone, no collider found. All right, so it's not happy about that. I don't know how to check. Whatever, it's not going to crash the game. Collision is inside tree, returning transform. Okay, so it's not happy about this particular line of code. Probably same thing. I need to add it to the tree first before I mess with its position. And I'm fairly certain the ammo to load is not... It's there, but it doesn't have... It doesn't have the... what do we call it? It doesn't have the correct... it doesn't have a sprite on it, so you can't see it. Oh, wait. No, there it is. And now I can pick up the ammo. Gimme, gimme, gimme. It doesn't have any ammo attached to it. So, no health. The health is falling through the world. I think. Something's going on with the health. Health pack. So the one thing I wanted to do is sort of like give them a little bit of an impact. So, first of all, health and ammo. The ammo dot instantiate. So ammo to load dot current ammo equals probably like we'll just give it a weapon dot magazine. Right, that's fine. We could just give it a full magazine for now. We'll work on how much it should be. And then I also want to give these like a bit of an impact. I'd like them to spawn at the head of the zombie, but that might require a little bit more work on the zombie. So what I'm going to do is probably just give them an impulse. So they're both rigid bodies. So I can go ammo to load dot apply central impulse, right? No, it doesn't know that they're... Hang on a second, I'm going to type these so it's a little bit easier for me to work with. Rigid body. What kind of errors am I dealing with here? Okay, so it's not happy about some particular spawning. Okay. Health is shadowing. On pickup detection, pickup health. Do that. How's that? Damage is shadowing a declared variable. player is never used in the function. Interesting. Damage is shadowing an already declared variable. There we go. It's everywhere. Damage and then damage. Oh yeah, these should all have underscores on them. Let's fix up that. Bit of nasty code there. Hit declared. Hit position is declared and never used. Huh, interesting. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. All right. Okay. Let's just get back to this. A second. Health and ammo. We wanted to give them an impulse. So, ammo to load. Dot. I'll do this at the end. Apply. Still not picking it up. So annoying. If I like close the script and reopen it, will it work? It just takes a vector 3, okay. And it can be in any direction, I don't really care. It's just like a little bit. Where are we going? Health and ammo. Apply central impulse, and it's just going to be like a vector 3. Can I just go random? And it's going to be like a rand die range between 0 and 1. That's fine for each of those. It's not that important right now. Let's see what happens. Oh. Current ammo on base index rigid body weapon pickup with type value int. Invalid set index current ammo. What am I looking for? Weapon dot current. It should be dot weapon. Try again. Invalid. Oh yeah, because when I was pressing it before, it didn't nest. So annoying. Okie dokie. I still don't like that I can't really see it. We got problems. That one spawned okay. This guy doesn't die. And all the health is falling through the world. Why is it doing that? I don't get it. I'm also not trying that hard to get it. If you know what I mean. I'm kind of like really doing this very lazy way. We want it to go up. Send it up. Okay, the health. The ammo is definitely working. Oh, hey, mate. Yeah, these two guys, their animations don't really work well with what I was trying to do. Okay, so the health is still just plopping out. Apply central impulse. How much do I need to give it? Do I have to give it like a lot? I really want it to go flying upwards. Am I doing it on the wrong one? Dude, I don't know what's going on with these. No collider found by its own. No, that's fine. What is happening here? Random range. It's X, Y, X, Y, Z. So this should definitely be the upwards direction. Gotta reduce the gravity. Reduce the mass. They're gonna fly away. Still just goes straight down. It's colliding with the zombie. For sure. Health pack. I figured it out. I am smart boy. Okay. It really should be health and ammo. Health pack. Let me have a look at the clips. They just collide with the world. 4, 1, 3. Okay. So they should really just be on the same layer as that. 4, 3, 1. That's what it is. They're colliding with the... Come on, mate. Well, okay, I guess... I think they're still colliding with the zombie, because they're not going anywhere. They really should be like... I want them to be like popping out. And then like, where's the ammo? Because I know that it's in there. Are they colliding with each other? Like, what's going on? What's happening here? Some ammo over there. And it should be way more ammo. We got some questions to ask. These guys didn't drop anything. Okay. Well, we're definitely not going to be short of ammo. Well, no, we're going to be short of ammo. We're not going to be short of health. Oh. Invalid get index weapon on base rigid body. Pick up detection. Okay. So we have created some issues. On pickup detected, detection body entered. What script is this? This is the weapon manager? Node 3D. Yeah, this is the weapon state machine. We picked up the weapon and it didn't have a slot on it. Invalid get index weapon slot null. Body. Shit. You know what? Because I put the health on the same layer. So, hang on a second. Health pack. No, player. Player. Give me the player. Player character, and we come here to the pickup detection. It's detecting layer 4. So the health pack really doesn't need to be on that layer. It just max 1 and 3, which... Where are the zombies? The zombies would be on layer 1. But we don't really want them to detect that. Ugh, so annoying. Like if we look at the enemy, he's on layer 1 and that's it. So realistically, we just want him to mask layer 1 and he needs to be on a separate layer to everything else. Layer 9. Layer 9 it is. And now I need to go to enemy 2, just go through them all and take them off layer that. Enemy 3. Enemy 4. Let's try now. Why won't you die? Are my weapons no longer detecting you? Yeah, I'd say that's it. Why is that? It detects like every single layer. It really should have been everything. Alright, Thought Bricks. Catch you later. Have a good night. Okay, that's weird. Vash Tammy TY. Thank you so much for the follow. This is a particularly loud song. Okay. So, we changed the collision layer from layer 1 to layer 9 and suddenly our weapons are no longer working. But I know that if I go to the world... Are these just on layer 1? These aren't on layer 1. They're on layer 6. So... I would say that the problem lies in the projectile. And there's a particular thing out here that I've tried to exclude a bunch of... I'm trying to exclude layer 4 because that is where the projectiles actually exist. So we don't want to collide with our own projectiles. But I guess if I don't fill this out, it doesn't... I guess they're just blank. I'm back just to ask you when you're streaming next. I'll probably be on tomorrow, but if I'm not on tomorrow, I'll be Monday. So like guaranteed days, Saturday, Monday, Wednesday. And then everything else is maybe. I wonder if I can set a schedule on YouTube. I'll have to check. Just add the number of ones here. Doesn't fix my problem. We're going straight through, boys. I guess I can put them on layer 6. I can put the enemies on layer 6. That should solve the problem, right? We know it works for those. Well, it did. It still does. Okay, great. That's exactly what I was asking for this whole time. Now I can run through them, right? I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing. Okay, we're making progress. This is definitely more what I was looking for. I probably need to add back the gravity. And also the ammo is popping out a little bit more. Alrighty. Alright, because it's a random amount. Okay, great. That definitely feels... he's still going. Die. I gotta work on those guys. Okay, now we're cracking. We've got ammo, we've got health, all abundant. So we can actually take more damage, probably speed up these guys so that they're a little bit scarier, all that kind of stuff. And probably make a level where you can just not necessarily see them coming all the time. How am I out of ammo? It's all over the ground. Okay, that guy's not colliding with us. Great. Feels good. Feels good. Feels good. I'm not running out of ammo. And now they're spawning a lot. You could probably just tank them, right? Like, they're going to hurt you, but they're all going to die before you... like, they're going to give you health. We picked up the... Can you, like, out... oh, yeah, you can almost, like, out heal. They do a lot of damage. It crashed. Invalid. Do damage in base rigid body. Enemy bullet. Okay. That's an interesting error. We made it to wave 4. And now we've got some, like, interesting gameplay where you have to risk, like, actually just standing there versus, like, running away if you don't have the space to do that. But the enemy bite can collide with the bullets. And I don't know if we want them to. Because that's kind of weird, right? Like that just ain't it. Let's get rid of that. So that is the bite area, right? The bite zone. Not zombie bite. How can it... in base rigid body. What was T? Damage 10? It detected... did it detect another enemy? 50... it detected another area. Interesting conundrum. That must be the flying object. I'm guessing the enemy that throws a knife. I wonder if this can actually be set to mask and it would still be detected by the area. Well, I'm just gonna have to hope that it's one that spawns. Yeah, it is. That's lucky. I guess it's 1 in 4. It's not that hard. And now it doesn't get detected. All right. So interesting. We could do groups, and we could also just attach an area 3D to this. That would work too, right? It's not going to collide with anything, because that's the issue, right? We wanted it to collide with the area 3D that's on the player, detecting all this stuff. So for it to mask, that's not going to work. Low key kind of annoying. Okay, mouse is back. Interesting error. I could do it with groups. I could just put the player in a group and do a group check. That's probably the easiest way to fix this issue. And enemy that does a bite. Open scene. Open scene. If T, I'll just do another check here. If T dot is in group. That's not it. I believe I put a capital letter. Player? Do that, and then that. Yep, capital. And so it's the same as if it's in group target. So that sort of helps us get away from that kind of issue there. All right, so let's go back to the enemy bite. Too many scenes. The bite zone is in group. That should work. Let's have a look. It's going to be hard to test. Let's just let him bite me. I'm not taking damage. Because the area 3D needs to be the one in the group. Idiot. Player character. Damage detection. Player character. Ugh. Kind of hard to read. Pickup detection, damage detection. Okay. I guess it's working. Come eat me. Yep. Okay, now we take damage. This guy just goes so hard. Gonna have to wind up. Give me your health. I need to add some gravity to those again. Health pack. Just make it 1. These guys don't die. Okay, now we can slay forever. Now, actually, we might... I wonder... So we actually have like a melee weapon here, and I think this is going to pose a bit of an issue. I don't even know how much damage it does. Not a lot, I don't think. Jeez. Zombie death. Here we go. Have you tried getting better at the game? Rip. Zombie death. Invalid function zombie death in base character. Excuse me. Character body 3D enemy cannot convert argument 1. Right. The melee weapon. Argument 1 from vector 3 to object. What am I? Weapon is a vector 3? What the heck? The heck, bro? General ammo? No, we want to go and have a look at the melee weapon attack. Right. Because I know what's happening here. We're not passing the weapon. But it's one of those things. Override collision never takes it. But does it matter? Because under projectile, we have set projectile, and then it fires the projectile, then it goes to override. So the weapon is still set, so that's fine. We can pass the weapon. I need to add some damage to the melee weapon so that we can actually test this properly. Because right now it does 1 damage. Let's make it do 50. It's going to slay. And instantly we have a problem. Float. Huh? Damage is an object. Oh, I got the things around the wrong way. Melee weapon. Easy fix. Go here. Oh, not is in group. Jeez. Weapon. Okay, awesome. Good stuff. Where are you? I'm going to chop you up. And the game's going to crash again, I already know. Oh. Oh, bro. You're not dying. Oh, there you go. You did actually die. Okay, why is it not doing any damage? So annoying. Damage is back to... You got melee damage and damage. That's hilarious. I got the same knife, bro. Why won't you die? Okay. So I want to address that bug next because it's really bothering me. So these are all dying. Nothing is spawning. I'm guessing there's an error because there's no weapon icon to speak of. Who's actually alive here? I mean, there's definitely issues, right? Okay. The point was, like, the melee weapon doesn't need ammo. And the enemies will always spawn ammo. So if it gets killed with a melee weapon, we need to do something different. Health and ammo. So it's going to instantiate ammo to load, and it's going to add the weapon. I mean, I suppose it doesn't really matter. Like, it can just spawn a freaking... a knife. Why not? It's not particularly helpful to the player. It could just be random ammo. But then I would also need a list of all the different, like, ammo types and stuff. I don't know. It should have... I was expecting it to crash. I wasn't expecting it to just not do anything. Okay, let's just try to fix this other bug where the animation keeps playing. So if the zombie's zombie death. So actually wanted to say if animation player dot is playing, just stop. Right? We just stop the animation player and then just go on with it. That looks better. Let's get... not quite. That's not what we're looking for. Yeah, see, this is still a problem. You keep going. You need to stop. Yeah, that's... Okay. Let's think about this for a second. It's the timer. Shoot timer. It times out. Is playing. Player stop. Shoot timer. Dot. Stop. Right. And also in shoot, we can just go, this is probably the main one. If the timer or whatever, something comes out, just return out of that. Don't shoot. Or actually on shoot player, I'm just gonna have to nest it. That should work. Where are you? Oh, there you are. This is the biggest problem. Okay, much better. Thank you. Thank you. Happy days. Okay, now let's look at the knife issue. Okay, yeah. It just spawns a health. I mean, technically it would spawn another thing. I probably just need to check if it's a knife and not do anything. I also like the idea of like randomly spawning different weapons. Oh wait, no, they're supposed to be upgrades. Okay. Dude, the knife is so overpowered now. I need to make these disappear. Okay, let's see how long I can keep this going. And then we gotta like work on performance issues. I think I'm just gonna set an upper limit. Like whenever it starts to get like funky, maybe I can just test to see the frame rate. Whoa. Dude, knife OP. Look at them all spawned over there. Okay, we're up to wave 3 now. It starts to get really intense. Yeah, look at them all. Whoa. The throwing dudes are like the scariest because you can't see them in the crowd. Now, obviously, we're not going to have any performance issues because we're killing them faster than they spawn. Whoa, okay. Okay, no, there's a lot spawning in wave 4. Oh, wow. Okay. It's pretty intense. I need to stand where there's no way for them to get behind me. And just like swing the weapon. Oh no, I can't survive that. It's too much. So wave 5 is almost unmanageable. They just keep coming. This is a pretty cool game over screen. The fact that it just keeps going and they're just eating you. I like that. Are we starting to get performance issues? Yeah, we are. Look at that. That's crazy. So let's have a look at the output. Debugger. Video RAM. Monitor. FPS. We went down to 7 FPS. So we were spawning a lot of objects. And that's probably, I mean, it's obviously the reason why. And there's probably a difficult, there's a difficulty thing. So like, yeah, 8,000 is a lot of zombies. Maybe we don't need to spawn that many in. Maybe I need to look at the rate at which I'm spawning zombies. Wave 4 felt good. Wave 5 was like impossible level. And there's other ways that we can make the zombies difficult. We can make them faster and we can make them hit harder. So I think I'm going to take that angle rather than, like, obviously we want in the later stages of the waves for them to like start spawning more. But right now, like, you know, it's okay. We don't need to go crazy with it like that. So this spawn timer timeout. Spawn speed right here is divided by the number for like waves, right? So the spawn speed starts out at 5, and by wave 5 we'll be spawning one every 1 second, I guess. But it gets regular, like it's smaller and smaller every time. So first it's divided by 2 or 0. Wave number is 0. So first it's wave 1 and wave 2 are the same. And then wave 2 is obviously spawn speed is 2.5 seconds. I could introduce new ones as well, yeah. So I've got 4 different types. So we can start working them in, get a bit of variety. And we can also spawn new ones in. The speed, so like on wave 3, we're going from 2.5. Where's my calculator? I'm really bad at math. So 5 divided by 2. So this is when you're on wave 3, because it starts off at wave 0 is 2.5 seconds. And then you're going to divide it by 3, which is, and then by the time you get to wave 5, which is really wave 4, right? We're spawning in them in so quickly. So we need to cap that. And then, yeah, we should probably spawn in like different kinds of zombies and have them do different things. So let's have a look at our zombies. They have damage and max distance, but I can expose the speed, right? I can make this a variable. Var speed. I guess it's just going to stay all caps. And now I can make them take more damage. Yeah, we should play around with this stuff as well. I'm going to need to think of like what kind of formula I want to make them harder to kill, faster, and doing more damage, I think is the way to go, rather than spawning in insane amounts. So let's have a look at that. And if we can knock this out, then really the only thing that I want to add after that is like some way to like change. Like maybe you start off with a pistol. Maybe you start off with a knife, and then every wave you get a choice. You can choose, hey, do you want more health, more stamina, a different weapon or something like that. I think that's the way to go in terms of making this fun. Because right now it's kind of like you get a good laugh out of it for like 1 second, and then you'll be bored of it. So let's go back to the world and have a look at the spawn speed. So okay. Okay, so the spawn speed. Max, min. I don't want that to be more than like 0.5, I guess. Something like that. I don't know. So min's going to return the smallest of the two, right? So it's always going to be like 0.5. Isn't it my bedtime? Excuse me? Are you my mom? I guess I'm pushing a little bit past. I kind of want to get this knocked out and then we'll go. Min. No, the min's not right. We want it to be the greater of the two, right? Something like that. So we'll make it max. Hit position is declared but never used. This is in the enemy. But I can give them knockback eventually, so I'll keep that in for now. Alright, focusing on what I actually need to do. Okay, so we kept that at 0.3. And then, depending on the level, we want to give the enemies something a little bit more different. So, right now it says pick random. But what we can do is go for new enemy array. And does GDScript have slicing, right? Base enemies dot slice, begin 0 and end wave number, right? What happens if you slice, returns a slice of array from begin to end as a new array? The absolute begin and end will be clamped to the array size, so the default end makes it a slice. So the default value for end makes it slice to the size of the array by default. Is a shorthand for if either begin or end are negative, they will be relative to the end of the array. If specified step, if deep is true, if the first element is negative. What happens if you go over though? End int. Will be clamped. Okay, no, it just says it right there, clamped. Okay, so we can do that. That is a valid way to do it. And then new enemy array here. And so in theory, we're going to see more different kinds of whatevers. And then I want to create a function when we spawn the enemy. I want to call a function on the enemy called like set stats, right? And it's going to get a multiplier. This can be just a float. It's not going to return anything. And it's going to basically go damage equals damage times multiplier. And then speed. I might have to give it more specifics. I don't know. It's just an idea right now. Equals speed times multiplier, because right now it's very basic. I'm going to run into scaling issues again if I do this. So they're going to move faster, and I'll leave the health as is for now because it's going to get crazy if I do like a multiplier. They'll get a lot harder to kill. It might not be very fun. I don't know. Fuck it. Let's just do it. Health equals health times multiplier. Them being all the same is not a good idea. How about multiplier divided by 2 for health, because I feel like it's going to be too much. And then just we want it to be no more. It won't be less than health, right? So Pigeon the First, how are you? Something random like that. Okay. So in theory, they should do more damage, right? If I go back to the world and here, when I spawned the enemy, enemy to spawn dot set stats, and we'll just pass in the wave number. Obviously, the first one's 0, so it's going to be max. You want to grab the greater of the two. Wave number. I keep getting these max mixed up. Oh, why don't we just go wave number +1? That's easier. Okay, and then go back to the enemy, because I think I stuffed that up. I said min, it should be the max. I want the greater of the two. Okay, that's okay. Cannot call instantiate on a null value. Hey, Blood Mage. Hi, sir. Yeah. How's it going? Interesting. I'm guessing it's an empty array. You can't just slice one off. I'll have to also do a +1 here. All right, let's see. We'll have to make the waves shorter. You keep jumping up on the roof. Okay, we're on the second wave. Oh, he's moving quick. This is going to be scary. I've definitely stuffed up the scaling there because that's way faster than I'm expecting them to be. And it's already wave 1. So by the end of the final wave, they're going to be like on my ass. It's going to be really annoying. Okay, next wave. These guys aren't so... Oh, shit. Yeah, they catch up way too fast. Do they hit hard too? They do. Okay, the multiplier probably is too high. Whoa, buddy. And that looks weird. So, definitely going to have to work on that a bit. Oh, wow, that is a radar with 48 viewers. Holy crap, that's a lot. Thank you so much, Mestry. Okay, boys are moving way too quick on wave 3. The good news is, hello, thank you. We are, okay, I should probably explain what's going on, because right now we're getting assaulted by zombies at a very, very fast rate. Thank you so much for that. It's very appreciated. So we are working on a game jam called the Zombeez Game Jam by Fan Studio, and it is a nice little game jam where you have to use this zombie asset pack to make a game. And I've decided to make sort of like a wave shooter with the pixel art. So it is just a zombie style, I'm calling it a Doom, like a Doom FPS wave shooter, but I'm sort of going for more of like maybe a Vampire Survivor feel, so that after every wave or after a certain amount of time, you get to choose upgrades. I haven't gotten to that part yet. Oh, my green screen showing. So that's the current plan, and we're working on just scaling the damage. We were running into a bit of an issue with, as the waves increases, the way that I was doing the difficulty was just increasing the number of zombies that were spawning. And we were obviously running into performance issues, and also it became a bit ridiculous when it came to the point of the 5th wave and zombies were spawning at like 0.2 seconds. So it was a bit much. So we toned that down, and now we're trying to work on speed, damage, and health. The speed is a bit of a problem because the math is hard, and I've never done it before. So this is new territory for me, which is good because I've been interested in trying to learn about this kind of stuff. So right now it's really basic. We have got a spawn enemy, right? And when we are spawning the enemy, we have got set stats, and we're just passing in the wave number +1 because it starts at 0. And all this does is essentially on the enemy, we're just multiplying it. So it's basically damage times 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 5. So by the time we get to wave 5, the speed is like 15. It's pretty quick. I spawned so many steamrollers in mine, I made them only move every 4 frames. Simple but free performance real estate. Huh, interesting. I wonder. Well, I had a problem anyway because there were so many I couldn't kill them fast enough. So, we had to reduce that. But now my dudes are moving too quick. So, I need to probably, rather than just make this a flat, it's like, a huge increase every single time. It probably needs to be a percentage increase so it's not so crazy. So right now, I guess it goes from 1, it goes to 2, it goes to, so I wonder if I know how many waves there's meant to be. I don't. Does it just go on forever? Time between waves, 5 seconds, spawn speed, wave time, wave number. So theoretically, this goes on forever. It's not exactly what I was thinking to do, but probably just need to be maybe 10% each time rather than like a multiple of huge. So we're going to know that it's like wave 4. We can just go, that's like a 40% increase. So like just make it a percentage increase. And so it will get quite high, but I don't know if I want the game to last that long anyway. So if the multiplier is 4, how can I make that just be 40%? It'd be damage plus damage divided by multiplier, something like that. Damage plus, that's not the exact math I was looking for, but it's going to get smaller every time. Yeah, I usually improvise, but if you find a real math guy, they usually know in advance which kind of curve you want. Yeah, I'm not a math guy. Well, not that kind of math anyway. That is going to give us a decreasing amount each time, right? Because the number's getting higher. So first we're going to add like 50%, then we're going to add like less than that. So that's not going to work either. Why am I so dumb right now? It should be multiplied by, here we go, 1 divided by multiplier, right? That's 100%. I need to think of the present value formula. This is going to be really weird. Just bear with me. I do this all the time at work. Future value. 1 plus r to the power of n. Right? Like that's your rate. No, that's not quite right. Maybe it's the present value I'm thinking of. Guys, I'm a financial accountant by day. Leave me alone. I don't need a calculator. I just need to see the formula. 1 divided by 1 plus r to the power of n. So that feels, if I have like a percentage increase that I'm interested in and I can create, like, I can log it, would that work? Let's open up Excel and have a look. It's the only way when you're doing power curves. So if I have a damage, I think it starts at 3, right? Also, like light mode, what the heck? Damage starts at 10. I don't know how to change it to dark mode. So we're just burning everyone's eyes out here. I'll apologize for that. And then the formula is going to be, so we've got the wave number, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to go equals that multiplied by 1 plus B4, no, divided by, no, I was going to go B2 plus brackets B2 multiplied by A4 divided by, it might be easier to create a base damage variable you can use to multiply. So base damage equals damage equals base damage times scalar. Yeah, I was doing that, but it got too high. So that's why I wanted to create some kind of percentage, but it turns out I'm dumb. Oh my goodness. So obviously that's just going to be 20, and then it's just going to get like way too high, right? Oh, we're going to lock these variables in. It's really just going to be like the same. Like this one's going to be, it's not even B2. It's going to be like 20, right? And it's going to go to 60 and so on and so forth. It's going to go wild. It's just crazy. It's a crazy number. Is this music really loud? Is it just me? It feels really loud. So I feel like it should be, we should be keeping track of the number of waves and then like increasing that. So it can be like 1.1. So rather than being like 1, it can be 1.1, right? And so on and so forth. In fact, I can just add that. That's not what I wanted to do. So this plus, not even, so it's 1 plus that divided by 100, right? I know how to use Excel. Oh my god, the keybinds for LibreOffice and Microsoft Excel are different. Okay, not 100, let's make it 10. So it's like that. So it's like that. There's still a very big increase. So isn't it just 1%? Yeah, we're gonna, yes, Blood Mage. Yeah, that's too low. So I made it 10%. So it'll be a 10% increase each time. And rather than adding it, realistically, we're just going to multiply it, right? Like That's just way more sensible. This is a game jam. It doesn't have to be that serious. And this does not feel like it's getting out of control, right? But the fifth wave, we're doing 36. It's still high, but it's not like multiples of magnitudes greater than, you know? So we'll do with that. We'll just do 10%. So that works. Damage would get way too crazy otherwise. So sorry about that, guys. Just had to hash that out. So it's really 1 plus the damage, the multiplier. So like var is the scale. Oh no, that's not the right scalar. I don't know if that's the right term. I'm using it because chat told me. And we do it's 1 plus the multiplier divided by 10, right? And then we just multiply everything by that. And health, I don't think we need to do that anymore. Because now it'll be a sensible value. Okay, happy days. Right, now back to watching Zombie Carnage. Okay, let's see how we go. They just walk through boxes now? I'm gonna have to work on that. Okay, this is gonna be really wave 0, very boring and easy. Pick up the ammo. I think I'm gonna have to increase the limit to the ammo for this game to make sense. When I originally designed this FPS controller, I wasn't thinking wave shooter, so I've limited the max ammo to 60, but for something like this, I feel like it just should be unlimited, right? Like you don't have to be living in reality, and it'll just make things a lot more easy, because right now you have to like remember to reload. Okay, all right, buddy, see you later. We're up to wave 1, so nothing feels unreasonable yet. No one's running towards me like crazy. Right. Okay, buddy. Okay, wave 2. They feel a lot faster. Like I'm actually having to back off. But nothing out of control. These guys are the true scary dudes, because they actually shoot at you. Base plus 1.01. Actually, that's what I did. Didn't I? Okay, we're on wave 3. They're feeling quick. These are speedy little boys. I'm having to pay attention. And there's a lot of them too. Shit. I think I'm spawning too many. But everything else feels alright. Okay, we're going to switch to the melee weapon because it's OP as heck. See you later, boys. Still too many zombies. Speed feels okay. Obviously, what's damage like? That's a lot. You don't want to be getting hit by these guys. And I think we need to collide with them, right? Because right now I can just continually backtrack and it's like no problems for me because they don't move as fast as I do and I can move through them. So like as long as I'm continuously walking backwards, they don't have enough time to attack me. And there's more than enough health. I don't think I could tank a hit. It's a lot. Can I like just out heal the damage? No, I can't. I definitely can't. And now they're just running over and eating my corpse. Oh, I can still kill. I have to work on that. Okay, but positives. We're no longer having much of a lagging issue after wave 5. Wave 6, I imagine you would have a bit of a lag issue because there's so many out there. but it still seems to run okay. What's the frames? What's the frames? Where are we at? Monitors. Okay, we're up to 6,000 objects. We're still at 75 frames per second, so we're all good. Like, I think, you know, you're not going to be able to play past that anyway. Frames is still alright. Oh, thank you guys. I mean, I didn't create the assets, so I guess that's not my doing, but we've got the 3D-ness. And then I think after around at like 8,000, we start to run into issues, right? Seems to be running okay. Also, 75 frames. I would have expected it to run at like 60. Did I change my base frame rate and I didn't realize it? Because zombies eating me. Looks like carnage. Yeah, I really like how everything just keeps going. I need to figure. Obviously, you shouldn't be able to swing your knife after you're dead. But I like how everything just keeps going on around you. That was like a choice. Okay, are we tanking or are we just okay? We've spawned in a lot of these dudes, but for some reason it's not. I don't know. It's not lagging anymore. Yeah, I'll work on that. Dude, so many. Anyway, I don't know. It's not lagging anymore. So whatever was causing the slowdown is fixed. I'm not sure what that would have been, but we'll take a win. A win is a win. All right. So realistically now, if I talk about like core gameplay mechanics, I've got the enemies falling in. I've got a way of controlling how much damage and speed they do. Next thing that I really need to do for this game jam is spawn in a set of. I need to give the player upgrades, right? Every single wave, or like I need a way of like getting experience, so that it like there's a little bit of RNG-ness to it. Like maybe you start off with a pistol, and after a certain amount of zombies you kill, you can upgrade to the AK-47, and then you can do more damage. We can do splash damage. That's possible here, at least in theory. Things like that. I want to do upgrades, movement speed, health, anything that I can think of, I think would be a good idea to sort of spice up the gameplay a bit. Because right now you're just killing zombies. It's pretty easy. There's not really any kind of challenge to it. But if we think about those kind of wave shooters, a big part of it is like the upgrades. And then if we get even further, maybe we'll do abilities. But unfortunately, it's very late and I'm going to go to sleep. But maybe we can find. I have game dev brain damage. So I went to the bathroom and designed a procedural dungeon system for this game idea. Honestly, that's like definitely going to be after I implement the core mechanics and get everything working. That's what's next, obviously. Thank you so much for the follow, Does Razor. Alrighty. So where should we send you guys? Because so many people came and it feels wrong to just turn off the stream. But I've never raided anyone before. Can someone teach me how? How do I raid? Good morning, night. So yeah, it's 11 p.m. where I'm at. Oh wait, there's a raid channel. Here we go. Yeah, but who's out there? Oh, Captain Coda, of course. Yeah, I'll raid him. He's a total bro. All right, guys. That's it from me. I'll see you later. Thank you so much. for hanging out. I will be back tomorrow or the next day. Yeah, like, subscribe if you're on YouTube, follow if you're on Twitch. I'll see you guys around. It's been real fun. This has been a good one. Goodbye. Whoops. All right, guys. See you later.